Cable. Remind me why we're in a junkyard again.
My scanners determined significant electronic sources in this area.
Cable, you do realize that we literally have an entire studio full of electronics, right? Come on. Your legs hurt. Everything hurts. We've been climbing for hours.
Quit whining, you're undead. And I'm just an electronic. We could climb forever. Now keep going, it's close.
How do we know your software doesn't need a tune-up?
I may be a discontinued AI, but I'm far from faulty. Perhaps if you stopped being such a little...
Blah, blah, blah. What do we have here? Oh my god. Well, Cable, looks like we got our work cut out for us.
Seems like it. Should I get the studio ready?
You know it, Cable. It's time to give our fans exactly what they need. But, can we make a pit stop first?
Again, Mercy. We don't eat.
But first, I'd like to thank today's sponsor. You know them. You love them. You're drooling as we speak. You have your phone ready.
Mercy, don't you dare.
Too late. Yeah, baby. It's
Raid Shadow.
The year is 2052. Quantum locking technology has hit its peak and has gifted mankind with anti-gravity vehicles. Enter the high-impact F3600 Anti-Gravity Racing League, where it's pedal to the metal 24/7, 365. WipEout is a futuristic racing game developed and published by Psygnosis and later by Studio Liverpool. The first game in the WipEout series was originally released in 1995 for PlayStation and DOS, and in 1996 for Sega Saturn. The game features original music from Cold Storage, with tracks by Leftfield, The Chemical Brothers, and Orbital appearing on some versions. Further installments would add onto this roster of underground artists like Addiction, Plump DJ, and the critically acclaimed The Prodigy. I actually think I have a CD kicking around. WipEout's gameplay is fast, reflex intensive, and super punching. Perfect for a 10-year-old kid running it over the summer. The choice of genres was based on an experience he had while playing Super Mario Kart. He had just finished in the first place but had The Age of Love playing instead of the game's soundtrack, and thought it fitted the moment.
I was playing the last race of the 150cc Cup in Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, and I'd muted game audio so I could hear my own music. Age of Love was playing on the stereo in the background. I tried about 10 times to beat the last race, and on this final attempt, I was in second place by the time the music was about 2-minute 10 mark. The final laps took place where the tracks was at 2-minute 45, and it felt so exhilarating. It was as if the music was pushing me into a deeper gameplay experience. I made it across the line with about a tenth of a second between me and Bowser, who was pushed into second place. Cyanosis artist Digby Rogers was in the room at the time, and he was literally on the edge of the seat by the end of the race. He commented that it was the most amazing thing he'd ever watched on TV. That's ultimately where the concept of marrying the thrill of racing with the intensity of techno music came from.
The game's initial success led to Psygnosis developing several sequels which would later become part of the WipEout franchise. A direct sequel, WipEout 2097, was released for the PlayStation and Sega Saturn in '96, which was met with positive reviews, especially aims towards the vastly improved game engines and the new physics the game offered. A Nintendo 64 spin-off, WipEout 64, was released in '98 and was met with considerable praise from critics, but was noted to be too similar from the original WipEout. After the release of WipEout in '95, the awareness of the underground techno community in England was significantly boosted, with critics praising the vast, unique techno soundtrack the game offered. The craziest part is when I went to dig up any old commercials or promotions of the game series, I found some crazy things I've never seen before. Released in Edge magazine and some PlayStation magazines, was strange and what some deem controversial promotions of the game. The pictures show a man and a woman bleeding internally, which seem to be experiencing the effects of high G-force. The way they were slumped and lifeless looking led to some controversy about the game, and the PR side of the game went radio silent for quite some time. But this didn't stop the world from falling in love with the underground UK dance scene that was very high and booming in the late 90s. It's safe to say this game's soundtrack moved a generation and changed how video games perceive music and music styles and cults in a whole. Because Psygnosis could only secure 3 tracks from professional artists for the original WipEout, the aforementioned Tim Wright had to step up to the plate and compose a selection of songs for the game, all the while sticking to the main theme dictated by Burcombe's own musical tastes. His oral contribution to the title cannot be understated. Outside of the trio of licensed songs, the entire soundtrack of WipEout was up to Wright. Sadly, as of August 22, 2012, 17 years after the release of the first WipEout game, Sony closed Studio Liverpool forever. Rest in peace, big guy. Well, that seems to be all I got. How'd I do, Cable? Seems pretty accurate?
Yep. Sounds about right. My databanks show there was more than one of these crafts, by the way. AG racing was deemed illegal about 6 years ago. Keep in mind what we're doing isn't code. Friendly reminder.
We're fine. You worry too much. Besides, we live in the middle of nowhere. I'm just gonna take a little stroll out and see what we got. Let's boot it up.
Mercy, we are missing an important part. It's the zone.
What? Can't hear you. It's kind of loud.
We're going to regret this.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Woo! Goodbye, studio. Hello, Brooklyn. This is insane. I've never even driven before. The only experience I've had is video games. It doesn't seem like it's that hard. Look at these losers obeying the law. I bet I can make this baby hit up to at least 200 miles per hour. Only one way to find out. Cabes, what are the chances that cop saw us?
Given the fact you are piloting a craft the size of a small library, likely.
Oh shit! It's not like he can catch up to us or anything. Christ, we're going at least 100. Right, Cable? Cable? Cable, do something. I'm too cute for jail.
I've been trying to tell you, idiot. The zone synthesizer isn't ready to use. It's dangerous.
Cable, it's either we do that or we're behind bars. I'm doing it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, okay. Jesus. Where the hell are we, Cable? Cable, where are we? Cable?
Warning. The Kyrex LS-07 cannot handle these speeds. Only zone vehicles can endure this. We will die if we don't find a way out.
Okay, Mercy, don't panic. Piloting a 10,000-pound metal coffin going Mach 8. Remember Ridge Racer. Remember your training. Oh my god, I suck at this!
Zone detected. Air brakes offline. Landing gear offline. Thruster overload. Our chances of survival are low. We have no way home.
This wasn't supposed to happen. If only I could turn back time. That's it. Cable, play our sponsors.
MESSIJ, I don't think this is a good time for.
Just trust me, I'll explain later. Hey there, you're probably wondering, how the hell does Studio Mercy do any of this animation? Well, to be honest, it all comes from a wonderful website called Canva. Canva is a free-to-use online graphic design tool. Use it to create social media posts, presentations, posters, videos, logos, and more. You can get yourself a membership for only $12.99 a month. I'm actually not sponsored by them, as you can clearly see, but I literally cannot do any of the stuff I do without them. So thank you, Canva, for letting me do what I do. To show you the power of Canva, bam! Look at him. Isn't he great? He's canon now. His name is Greg. Get yourself a membership for Canva today and start making what you love. Whew, that would have been a crazy-ass episode, huh, Cable? Good thing it never happened, huh?
What the? How did we survive? We were just... Oh, I see.
In all seriousness, WipEout is an amazing gem that proves to developers and gamers alike that sometimes all you need to get a game franchise rolling is a kicking soundtrack. The reason I didn't use too many of the songs for the WipEout review is because YouTube is especially very heavy with the copyright claims on these songs. You can find those artists at their official websites or their bandcamps. Special thanks to Xiangu, Phoenix, Dr. Doge, and Tenvik for volunteering to help voice in this video. If you like what you saw today, give me a like and subscribe for future content. These take a long time to make, but I'm always satisfied with the outcome. Thanks for stopping by the studio. As always, I'm Mercy. And don't forget to get a drink on your way out.